Welcome back to the Tom and Joe Show. Tonight's episode is the beginning of the Battle Royale.
This is just like The Voice.
Just like The Voice.
Mm-hmm.
He's Blake Shelton. So, we asked you...
You could be Shakira.
Shakira.
Yeah.
So we challenged you, our viewers, to write to us and tell us why one of you should be our very first guest on the Tom and Joe Show.
And since we had two people
We
right
weren't going to tell them that. We
Oh.
were going to say that we were going to have two people go at it.
Yeah, well, okay, so the two people to go at it.
Yes, only two people submitted wanting to be on the show.
So on Team Tom,
Tell us about your contestant, Tom.
So I've got it's really hands down, folks. It's we got Jeffrey Coons. He's a senior associate at Vista Point Advisors. So
Coons.
So Jeff writes in, Tom and Joe, I feel that I have what it takes to be the first guest on the Tom and Joe Show. He's eager, and granted, I'm a banker, but
he's a banker.
Granted, I'm a banker, but
this show's about entrepreneurship.
Being that my job is primarily talking with entrepreneurs,
Look at this jacked up, ripped up piece of paper you're flailing around. We're so ghetto.
He spoke to 400 entrepreneurs last year, and I feel like I have a good feel for both what makes a successful company and all of the aspects of fundraising and selling a business.
That's true.
If there's an age limit, I'm happy to get my mom to sign up.
Okay.
Jeff is older.
So LinkedIn, check out Jeff Coons, Koons. I don't know if that's like some if we're like messing with his privacy. We need to check our privacy.
No,
policy.
it's linked, like that's the point of LinkedIn.
Okay, so anyway, check out Coons. He looks like he's like 12.
Mm-hmm.
So Jeff. I mean that's good. So Team Joe, represented by the one and only Scott Thomas Taylor. So Scott writes, I want to be your first guest. See, that's decisive, man. I mean, that's like... I want to be your first guest. I don't have a business, but I've known Joe since he was a little entrepreneur. You know it, Scotty. I also have strong business culture. Entrepreneurship is ideal for remedying social welfare and entitlement programs. I'm working on a master's in public administration and nonprofit management and have grown a network of socially minded nonprofits, government officials, business professionals in hope of bridging the gaps between the sectors. He's a visionary.
A little braggadocious, if you ask me.
he's saying, no.
I'm sure he's a very capable fellow. Not,
yeah. What do you got? What has Coons done?
So he's senior associate at Vista Point senior associate.
Not a junior.
At Vista Point Advisors. No.
Senior. That's
so
impressive.
Which he's doing technology, M&A, and strategy senior associate. Yep. He's also on the board of directors and advisors for the Joan Rose Foundation, which is an awesome group. It's a child-focused nonprofit in Esperanza, Dominican. So awesome,
that's cool.
Awesome group.
Good work, Jeffrey.
And he was an associate at Arbor Advisors.
An associate.
Yeah. So
prior to being a senior associate.
Senior associate. He's a mover and a shaker.
Yes.
And you really can't see it here. You can see it on LinkedIn. But the boy's got a $200 haircut.
He does have he's got a great head of hair.
Oh.
Okay. So let me tell you about that. That's all great, Jeff. That's great, man. So my boy Scott. So Scott was in the U.S. Air Force for 15 years, flying F-15s for our country. Do I need to say more? So. Also, he was a flight instructor in England, Italy, Turkey, and throughout the U.S. before joining FedEx, where he flies a McDonnell Douglas MD-11 out of Anchorage, Alaska, all over Asia and Europe and all over North America.
Jeff lives in Palo Alto, and he goes to McDonald's like every day.
He doesn't go to McDonald's. He goes to Starbucks. He's a
well,
Palo Alto guy.
Well, he goes to McDonnell Douglas, whatever.
Oh, McDonnell Douglas. Yes. Okay. Scott flew in Kenya and the Sudan with AIM, which is African Inland Missions, as a short-term missionary pilot in 2000?
So Jeff graduated in the top 1% of finance majors and top 5% of business majors at University of Colorado Boulder, which is like the top party school.
Scott, Angel Flight and Air Charity Network pilot, and he's the member of HSEATS, which is the Homeland Security Emergency Air Transportation System.
That's great, but Jeff is he runs his fantasy baseball league. He does the draft at his house. The guys come over. I'm telling you, he runs the whole thing. Soup to nuts.
Okay, it's up to you. So do you want an American son, Scott Taylor?
Or do you want a $200 haircut and a suit? Jeff Koons.
Jeff Koons, who's a great guy. We love you, Jeff. I'm sorry, dude. So all you have to do is give us your feedback. Write it down in our comment section or over in the Give Us a Shout tab over on your right. Thanks for joining us. And if you want to put your hat in the ring, tell us why you should be on the show. But for now, it's between Jeff and Scott. The battle is on.
All right. See you guys.